Alright, welcome again people to MG Sports TV, and the question is, do Jamaica Football Federation need their own international standard football stadium? A stadium where can occupy roughly 50 to 60,000, maybe 70,000 fans. No, the question is, can we really fill a stadium for 70,000? We don't know. We don't know. We have a 30,000 stadium facility where, that's in Kingston, that's what we call our home. Yeah, but really and truly, it's not for the Jamaica Football Federation. And obviously, in recent activities, you'd realize that it's not only for football. No, an event was skipped at the stadium just maybe 2 weeks ago. Really ransacked the football pitch. And at this present moment, we have a match today and next week. And the pitch is mandated, or should be, at international level. And at this present moment, it's not. And Hiemir Hallgrimsson did do an interview in his pre-match press conference, spoke highly about it. I should say frustratedly. Yeah, he was quite frustrated. And he also mentioned that the fans also must be frustrated about it. And he did say, ask the question, what are the priorities in Jamaica? Now, for those who don't know, the national stadium is not owned by the JFF. So even though a lot of persons might be saying that this is not good, this is that, all different type of issues, the stadium is not owned by JFF. JFF have no talk over the stadium. And if the owners of the stadium, which is a private entity, the owners of the stadium decided that they want to host a concert, decided they want to host the Grand Gala because it's more beneficial financially to them than that of an international game between Jamaica or for the Reggae Boys or Reggae Girls. They will, because financially, that's the direction that they're looking at. They're looking at how it financially benefits them. And you can't blame business men or women or organizations who prioritize money over sentiments. So we're going to get into that this morning. Anyways, people, please do smash that like button. We're going to listen to what Hallgrimsson said, and we're going to try to understand where his frustration is coming from and who exactly his frustration is pointing towards. So people, please do smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we're going to get straight into it. Now let's just bring up Hallgrimsson. Let's hear what he has to say about this.
In so many ways. If we take, for example, the stadium, none of the players that we are selecting today are training or playing in a surface like this. So my question to those in charge would be, is this a home court advantage or not? Because none of them have seen it. We don't even have a chance to train on it properly, so we don't know the grass. And when we step onto it, it's an unfamiliar territory. So there's a lot of things that.
So you're hearing basically what he said, right? So you're basically hearing what Hallgrimsson is saying, that you're basically stepping onto the pitch as it is unfamiliar territory. Because none of the players that we have in the squad are really familiar with pitches of those type of conditions. Leon Bailey, even this from Jamaica, but doesn't really play on pitches like that. Casey Palmer, Daniel Johnson, Laxi Bodier, all these guys. And remember, the pitch is actually in a very bad standard right now in comparison to the last time we played some football. Right? In comparison to the last time we played some football. So that's where the problem, that's where the disconnect is at. That is where the disconnect is at. Nevertheless, the question is it actually home advantage? Is it really home advantage? Let's listen to what Hallgrimsson As I say again.
Other nations are doing really much better and at a higher level than us, and that's us to try to push that to a higher level so we can actually use the strength of the players that we are selecting. Difficult for me to explain it in some different way, but we need to push the level for the JFF and for the national team and the national stadium and everything up to a higher level so actually they can show their best for Jamaica.
Now, you see that though? He's basically saying that for us to reach at a particular level, all areas of football the level of those particular levels must rise. It must rise. The national stadium or whichever venue we're playing football at. It's because if you want to see players playing good football, especially Reggae Boyz playing good football, you need good facilities for that. You need good pitches for that. And if we have pitches where ball like a bubble up, it makes no sense. You won't see any good football. You are going to see the big kick them. You are going to see the ball over the top. You're going to see those type of football. So we have to get everything at the top international level, world class level. Let's continue with what he's saying.
And that is kind of my job to try to push. And we're still far away from where we want to be, and we need to be, to expose our talent. We're not going to cry about the surface. I'm just saying, I don't understand the priority. I don't understand the priority. The men's team is playing 2 important matches here this week, and the women's are playing an important game after us.
Alright, with that aspect now, with Hallgrimsson saying he does not understand the priority. With that particular aspect, he's basically saying the country, the event for the country, which is the national, which is the 3 games, versus a party. Versus a party. Which one is more important to the country? Is the event that took place at the National Stadium, which is the Chris Brown and Friends party, more important than the 2 matches that we have? So that is where it's coming from with regards to priority. What is it that we're really prioritizing? Are we really focused on football? Is football really important? Is football really important to the Jamaican people? But the problem is that these questions are not necessarily the only aspect that JFF could have done is change the venue. So let's say they use Sabina Park, because that's the only thing that they could have done. That's the only other factor that they could have done. Because at the end of the day, as I said, they do not own the national stadium. They do not own the national stadium. So they have no talk about what's happening at the national stadium. They can ask questions. And if the owners of the national stadium said, hey, we can get it ready now, what can they do? What can they do? Unless they're going to change the venue to Sabina Park. Let's listen to the rest of the interview by Hallgrimsson.
And it's not better than this. I just don't understand the priority. Somebody else must answer for that. But I'm just saying, and that is selfishness. It's just selfishness, because I'm thinking about my team. I like them to perform well, and we're giving them facilities that they cannot show their best. So that's frustrating for a coach, and should be frustrating for the fans as well.
So that's the final aspect of it. Alright, so he said that it's maybe a bit of selfishness on his part because he wants to see his team perform well. But really and truly, it's not really selfishness. You're actually speaking about things that we all are seeing right in front of our eyes. And I do believe that the country, the fans, would want to see the team do well as well. So I'm not saying that it's selfish to you. You have to protect your job, which is to perform, for the boys to go there and perform well. So that's actually not selfish. That is actually you securing your job, ensuring that you have all the best facilities, all the best resources, all the best tools to perform at your optimum best and get the best results. So you have your job. Because your job is now on the line. If the boys don't play well, your job is on the line. The question asks, why the boys look like that? Why are they playing like that? So I don't think it's you being selfish. I think it's you just looking after yourself, looking after your team, looking after the interests of the team. And that's football. But the big question is, what are the priorities? What are the priorities? That's the reason I started off the video by asking the question. Does the Jamaica Football Federation need their own international standard stadium? Maybe 50, 60,000 capacity. Even if we can't full it, can't quarter it, or 1/3. Sure. Well, at least 1/3 of a quarter, maybe half a quarter. We don't know. At least we have the own facility. We don't have to worry about accommodations or issues like what we're facing right now. And you can use that facility for football purpose, finals, whatever. And say, you know what, you guys we're basically giving us backhand for many, many years now. The big problem is, where is that money going to come from? That is another problem. Or do we have the resources to do that? We don't know. People, tell us what you think in the comment section about this whole scenario. I do think Hallgrimsson question or speaking about priority or his frustration is more not towards the JFF, but towards the government itself. What are we prioritizing? Do we really love football? Are we speaking like we love football? Yes, still when the Reggae Girls did well, all the government bodies, government entities coming out and said they did, the girls did this, girl did that. But yet still, you guys aren't really prioritizing for their best output. So what's the noise about? Or you just want to deem important when things are happening? That's what I've been seeing. Anyways, smash the like button, people. Tell us what you think in the comment section. There's a lot to discuss about. This coming like you need an entire live stream for it. Big up on yourself, people. I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. Wrote. Boom.